All right, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to continue on with the Defemember day 17. So the prompt for today is flip out page and old photos. Okay, I think I know what I want to do with this one. At least I have a basic idea what I want to do with this one. I have in here the wonderful Miss Barb included some envelopes that already have a little flip out, so that's very fun. And then I actually will print out, I'm going to take this little guy out because we don't need him there right now. I like the gold. I don't have any gold, so now I have a gold one. I'm going to print out a couple of things, and today we're going to be mostly working actually in the journal. So let me make sure that I actually have you guys all in frame. Okay, so I've pulled you guys up basically as far as I can. Sorry, you can't, I mean, you can see everything. It's just maybe a little closer than we would have liked. But I think what I'm going to use is I want to use these, and these are pictures that I've curated. They are not completely finished. It will be a digital at some points, but unfortunately, like I said, it's not ready for everyone yet. I may end up doing this page as a freebie for you guys. I haven't decided, but I thought I could use this. And I'm actually quickly just going to cut all of these out so that I can actually choose the photos that I'd like to use. Okay, so I have them all cut out. Obviously, I didn't quite get, next to it on some of them, but that's okay. You can always trim off that extra bit later. So I just want to take a look at these and see which ones I'd like to use. I have a couple ideas on how I'd like to do that, but I'm not super sure. Okay. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I do want to make this into a freebie for you guys. The problem is, obviously, on my Etsy, I cannot do freebies. You can only put things that people have to pay for on there. So I'd either have to put it on my website, or I'd have to set up an entirely new thing, like on Ko-Fi or Coffee. I don't know. I've heard people say it both ways. The Ko-Fi. Anyway, so let me know what you guys would think would be easier. And when I get a little bit of feedback from you guys, I will put this page up as a freebie, either on my website or I'll set up a Ko-Fi. But yeah, anyway, let me decide here what I want to do. So I feel like, I guess it depends on how many pictures I want to use. She's so cute. She's one of my favorites. Well, I have 3 pictures with like what I would consider to be sisters. And I have some pictures that if I put together, like this one, and this one, kind of he looks similar enough that it could be like, the timeline of his life. I really also love these older people that could be couples. Very cute. Got another one here. That could work. So, gosh, this is actually really hard. I don't have like a story in mind, and I think that's my problem because like Barbara from 49 Dragonflies always comes up with names and stories for the people that she uses in her journals, and I'm just not familiar with doing that. It's something that I would want to work on, but I mean, who's to say we can't do the front and the back, right? Because it's a flip, so it's going to flip out. Whoops. Exhaled a little aggressively there. I really like these two. Isn't she cute? I'm going to have to trim off the excess of these. Okay, so I've narrowed it down. What I'm thinking is these can be like the parents or the grandparents. I don't know. I'm going to go with parents. And then this is the young man, so this would actually be them with their baby. And then that's him when he's little, and that's him when he's a little older, I think, is what I want to go with. Maybe. It's really hard. I love all of the pictures. So really quickly, I'll just trim off the extra little white bits while I finalize my thoughts in my head. Okay, so I've got them cut out, and really quickly, I do want to darken up the edges. I just don't like that you can see the white around there. I think I'm just going to use my black soot for that. And I'm thinking to make them look even more like photos that we can use some embossing glaze on them, possibly, maybe. I was thinking either that or crackle paste. I'm afraid if I do the crackle paste, excuse me, I'm afraid if I do the crackle paste that I won't be able to see their faces as well. I might be able to do crackle paste around the edges and then emboss in the center, but I'm not sure how well that would work. I might need to test one first, and I don't want to do that on the ones that I want to use because I don't want to mess those up. So, where's that little girl? She's adorable. We'll try with her. And then for a second, I will just bring you guys down just so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. But like I said, I'm just going to ink around the edges. I think I'm going to do the crackle paste around the edges, let that get nice and dry, and then try maybe embossing the center. Or should I emboss the center and then put the crackle paste on? I think emboss and then crackle paste, I think. I don't know. I've never combined those two things before, but I think it'll give it a really fun texture. So yeah, let me go ahead and get into it. Okay, so you can see I decided to go with the embossing before the crackle paint. That is mostly because the crackle paint takes a lot longer to dry, and I was afraid to do the crackle paint too fast, trying to dry it and then trying to get the embossing glaze in the center. So it just kind of made more sense to me. It is going to take some time to dry, so I'm going to go have some lunch, and when it is dry, I will be back with you guys. Okay, I am back and it does look like, let me see if I can show you this texture. I did get what I was going for with this, so that is going to be just fine. You will notice, however, that this got quite crinkled, and that's okay, but I also had another thought that if I wanted to distress the edges, I might want to bleed it over onto whatever kind of framing I'm doing. And I was thinking about doing maybe like, shoot, what the heck are they called? Like the Polaroids. So I think what I'll do, because the problem with the crackle paste is if you let it curl up while it's crinkling, it'll start to flake off. I think I'll go ahead and glue all of these to some paper and then cut them out to look like Polaroids, and then I can do the texturing on top of them after that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm going to pull you guys up just a little bit more again, just because there's multiple things I'm working on. It'll take up a little bit more space, and yeah, we'll get right into it. Okay, so I have got the crackle paste down, and I'm going to let this dry for a little while. It doesn't take too long, so it shouldn't be that bad, but when that is all dry, I will be right back with you guys. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how these have turned out so far. You see the little crackles in there. I do want to tone it down a little bit, so I think I'm just going to go in with a little bit of craft acrylic paint, and I'm going to go really, really thin with it just on my fingers, just to go around just where the crackle paste is. Okay, I've got these where I'm happy with them. Hopefully you can see that texture there. I'm probably going to add a little something here, maybe if I figure out names for them or something. But now it is time to move back into the journal, so I will set these aside for a moment. Okay, so I think that's about as far as we're gonna go. I don't know what I want to do with this outside bit yet, unless I did, excuse me, I could make this the journaling space. See, I think I have ideas, and then, you know, it goes away. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'll make this the journaling space. So I'll just go in and dull this out a little bit with some white gesso. And then here I will put the mom and dad. And then in here I can put the boy. So I think I might want to do a little bit of work on here as well, but I at least know I want gesso on this. And it keeps wanting to fold up on itself because it's been held in that position for so long. So quickly, I will just clip the bottom and the top to make sure that this stays open for me while I'm working on the inside. Okay. So I have, excuse me, I apologize. I have my, that spot's still a little thick, writing space here. Over here's where I want to layer my photos. And in here I'll have just the two for the guy. I guess that's not 100% dry. It's fine. It's fine. It's dry enough. So I think, do I need to put any more texture behind that? I kind of feel like I want to, but maybe not until I glue this down. That way I can, you know, kind of frame it out or something. Although, what if, because we have this beautiful orange here, and obviously I'm using orange throughout the journal. What if I just did something like this with a stencil and some orange? Could do the, oh, I have the Rusty Hinge oxide. If I can get to it. There it is. I think I'll do that. I think I'll go in with the Rusty Hinge oxide, and that should be, yes, this one. I finally got brushes to use with my oxides, so that I didn't have to wash them every time, because basically what I had before, I had only like 3 or 4, and so every time I used it, I had to wash it so I could use a different color the next time. And now I just have designated ones. Obviously, I don't have all of the colors like, you know, like say Louisa Hansel has all of the colors. I only have a limited amount. I have mostly oranges because those are my favorite colors, a couple of blues, and then most of the neutrals. So let's just get that down there. Fabulous. Yeah, okay. That gives it just a little something extra, and I like that. I'll keep that stencil and that oxide out since I'll probably want to do the same to the front. And then I'll glue these guys down. How do you like those? I love it. I think it's super cute. Okay, so I need to do the same thing on the front so that we can add his parents and the family picture. So let me unclip that. And we'll turn it over. This is dry enough, yes. I just want to make sure it's not going to stick to these pages. You can see I got a little bit there. There you go. Came right off. Okay. I'm going to give this another quick dry, just really, really fast so that I make sure, you know, it's not going to spread onto the next page. Okay. And do I want to do the whole thing, or do I just want to do the part that is flipped over? I might do something else back here, maybe have some more journaling space. So I'm just going to do this for right now. And I will just do the exact same process. Okay, so I have them attached, and I think I do want to do a little bit of darkening around the edges. I wonder if I know where my watercolor pencils are, because those would work great right now, but I don't know what I've done with them. Let me see if I can find them quickly. Okay, so I was able to find one. This is the Faber-Castell graphite watercolor pencil. And I'm not going to go around all of it. I'm just going to choose a couple of spots to darken up. And I'll just lay a little bit of this color down, and then I'll come through with water and a clean brush and just fade it out a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm now thinking I wish I'd added dates to these, which would have been a lot easier, especially with her, if I had done them beforehand. But what are you gonna do? Okay, so let's think about this. We want to put some dates on here. I have my little date stamp here. How far back does it go? Does it go back far enough? I don't think it does. No, because it goes all the way up to 2033, so it starts at 2022. So that's not going to work. That is not going to work. I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't really have anything I could do that with. I guess I could write them on. That is an option. I do have... Nope, not that one. I hate that one. I hate it. Well, I could just use my graphite pencil I was just using. I'm not going to put more water down on here, so I don't think that's an issue. And when do we want to do this for? Let me think. So I'm thinking sometime in the 1800s, maybe like late 1800s, like 1890s. So if we did like 1892 for both of these, but obviously you're not going to be able to see all of hers, and I'll just choose a random number. So we'll go with like 11, 16, and then down here for his, we can do, I don't know, 526. The problem is my handwriting does not look like it belongs in that day and age. Let's go with 1892. It's fine. You still get the idea. So this was obviously them much younger. Do we want to go with like 20 years younger, 40 years younger? I'm thinking 40 years. So it'd be around the 15. Sorry, the 50. So 1850 something. So I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with random numbers so I don't keep putting down the same thing. 13. We'll just go with 50. How about that? Oh, shoot. I just realized what I did. Let me know if you saw what I was doing. And, yeah, where's my eraser? There it is. I don't know how well that's going to erase. Nope, it's not going to erase. So it's just there from now on. That's how it goes. And I don't know, how old do we think he is in this picture? Maybe like 8. So 58, 19, 1858. This is really hard to do considering we're already in the 2020s. Anyway, so I'll just go with 2, 11, 58. And then how old do we think he is in this one? Maybe like 17. So 67. Let's see, I have an 11, a 5, and a 7, and a 2. So I could go with like, that's pretty well spaced out actually. Let's go with 8. I'll go with 8. 8. I don't have quite enough space to turn my journal the way I want it to go here and hopefully remain in view for you guys. 16, 26, 13, 11, let's go with 24, 19, not 19, damn it. I just realized I did that up there too. Pardon my language, guys. Okay, 1867, good Lord. Okay, I'm not going to handwrite dates anymore. That just seems like a really bad idea. And then I just want to do a little bit of a label. So I was thinking like maybe the family name here. Maybe we could try and name them. I don't really have a place to put her name though. I think I could just do the family name here and then put his name over here. So let me think of a name. Okay, so I decided to go with the Johnson. I don't know why. Don't ask. It's a common name, so it just kind of sounded right in my brain. And I just used my label maker for this. I haven't used it yet in this journal, so I kind of felt like I should. So there's those. And how do I want to? I mean, I'll be closing off some of that date, but I think that's okay. I could do them kind of cattywampus. I'm just going to stick them down. If I can get the sticker backing off. The struggle. You'd think because I have nails, this would be an easy thing to do. It's not. It is not. Okay, so that is that page. And I think, excuse me, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Do I feel like anything else is needed? No. Nope. I like it. I like it just the way it is. And then I decided to, for, yeah, absolutely no reason, call him Thomas. So that's what I'm going to call him. I don't know why he feels like a Thomas to me. Oh, dang it. I did mean to cut that first. That's okay. That is okay. So I'll just do it here. And cut off that little bit of excess there on the end. Put that here. Yeah? What do you think? Whoop. I'm really happy with that. Let me get you guys a little bit of a close-up. Okay, so here we have the parents. If you guys have ideas for their names, please let me know. You can see that fun texture there, nice and shiny over the pictures. If you have one of these label printers like I do, if you cut them up instead of using the little tab that they have like pre-cut for you when you cut off a piece, it does warp a little bit, and so it'll look a little grungy, but that's totally okay because this is supposed to be kind of grungy. So there we have the whole family. And then we flip over to the next page and we have Thomas, who was an absolutely adorable little boy and grew up into quite a handsome young man. And then I have my journaling space over here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, do not forget to leave a note down below on if you would like these as freebies, and if so, what's the easiest way for you to do that. I do have another freebie that is already up on my website. So that would probably be easier for me, but if I'm going to be doing more in the future, I might think about doing the Ko-Fi or Ko-fi or whatever the heck it's called. I've heard people say it different ways, but I think it's Ko-Fi. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you again tomorrow for the next one. Bye!